Hello, welcome to another Am I Crazy video. Today we're going to be talking about ADD. And for this video, to keep its length reasonable, I'm going to only talk about basic attention deficit disorder. There's two subtypes, hyperactive and impulsive, and I'll cover those in another video. I also am not going to get into the medication can of worms. That's a whole video just by itself. So, most people can understand ADD pretty well, I think. We all have times when we can't concentrate. Generally, when we're hungry, tired, emotional, stressed, particular subjects that we just find really, really boring. And therefore we can't concentrate. So everyone can understand to at least some degree what it's like to have basic ADD. The difference is pretty much simply degree. People with attention deficit disorder have trouble with what might be a mildly interesting subject that just lasts too long, and then they get so that they can't pay attention. And it really is a matter of can't. They're unable to just put in more effort and get attention out. You can experience that same level just by getting tired. You can get so tired that no amount of more effort will allow you to continue to pay attention to something that is not just extremely exciting. Now, people with attention deficit disorder can pay attention. There are those subjects that really fascinate them, and they can pay attention to those subjects very well. But it's just a matter, like I said before, it's a matter of degree. Even when you're really, really tired, something that's really heart-pounding and exciting to you, you're going to be able to pay attention, whereas you probably just couldn't do algebra. Just couldn't do it. So, that's really the very simple basics of ADD. The same things that make it hard for you to concentrate. That list I just gave you of things that make it hard for everyone to concentrate. Those things make it difficult for them to concentrate as well. What seems to be a bit of a difference is most people with ADD seem to need to be active. They need to move. They might be able to control themselves and sit quietly, but they can't do that and pay attention or learn. So, even though that they may not have the hyperactive form of it, it seems to really help them to incorporate activity into their learning or whatever they're doing to help them pay attention. It really helps them pay attention more than other people. In fact, some people might have a harder time paying attention if they're doodling or doing something that would help somebody with ADD pay attention. And I think that's probably the biggest misconceptions. Classically, teachers and stuff have tried to stop these children and individuals from doing the very things that will help them pay attention because they think it means they're not. Doodling would be a classic example of that. So definitely if you are interacting with somebody with ADD and they're being active and you think that means they're not paying attention, pay attention to the results of it, not what they're doing. Is it working for them? Do they pay better attention when they're being active than when they're not being active? So now I would like to get to the now that you understand basically what ADD is, let's get to why this isn't a real problem. because it's not. You take just about anyone with ADD and you take them from this millennia and put them all the way back to the Stone Age, and suddenly they don't have ADD. Why? Well, there's nothing in that environment that would unduly tax their attention spans. All the learning is hands-on learning. You know, school back then was, here's how to flint knap. Here's how to make a shelter. Here's how to make your clothing. All of these things, all the learning environments were totally hands-on. There was no reading. There was in modern society, we have so much boring crap we've inflicted on ourselves that perfectly healthy individuals that just are kind of at the bottom end of the attention span, now we've diagnosed with a disease. And that's what the bad news is. Because there's nothing really wrong with these people, they can never recover. They're going to struggle with how boring modern society is all their lives. They can manage it with medication. They can have adaptive strategies. Understanding what the problem is important. So, yes, ADD is real, but it's not a real disease. And the person suffering from ADD isn't the one who really has it. What really has it is well, frankly, you teachers. The ADD student, your ADD students are the canary in the coal mine. If your ADD students are having trouble, then they're just having the most trouble with how boring your instruction style is. And anything you can do to help those, anything you can change in your teaching in terms of incorporating more activities, encouraging your students to stand up and stretch, encouraging your students to take notes, and otherwise somehow be active if they need to be, that's just going to make you a better teacher. So, yeah, that's my point, is it's modern society that's sick, not these people. So, and I think we really need to realize that as we deal with somebody with ADD. They're not sick. They don't need to be fixed. Yes, they have a real problem, but it's as much our fault as it is anyone's for being so lazy that we don't care to make life and instruction interesting. Now, I really want you to watch the next video, which is the medication video, because how we deal with ADD is just awful. And it really sets these people up for failure big time. And it's an important video if ADD is well, you all know people with ADD, so it's important for everyone. Just watch the video.